Hello, grade 12s. Welcome to this lesson. It is the three-part series regarding the question under financial mathematics. We are in the book itself, page 282. That's where you'll find the question. Okay, I've already presented two lessons. Okay, for A and B, how to calculate monthly payments and how to calculate the outstanding balance of the loan. In this case, the loan is 1 million rands. Okay, so before we start with this lesson, I want to just go back here and draw your attention to the following. The monthly payments that go into the settlement of the loan are spread or split into two branches. Okay, some of this amount will go to interest. Okay, well, actually a large part of it, and the balance will go to the payment of the actual capital of the loan or the original value of the loan. Okay, so every month this amount of 8,391 rands and 96 cents will be split in that way. Okay, so as this person pays per month for the next 25 years, even this outstanding balance that we calculated in B, as they pay, it is split like that up until this person settles the loan. Okay, so let's look at question C on page 283. How much money has been paid at the end of 5 years? Okay, so that is straightforward. 5 years represents how many months? These are monthly payments, 60 payments, right? So 60 months there. So now we have to just multiply that by 68,391 and 96 times 60. Okay, and the answer there is 503,517 rands and 60 cents. Okay, this is what has been paid at the end of 5 years. Okay, remember, just like the monthly payments include interest and actual capital, this figure right here is including interest and capital. Okay, amounts, okay, or money in that, in that split that has been done like that. Okay, so look at D now. Question D says, how much of the actual capital has been paid on the loan at the end of 5 years? And I gave you the inquiry table there. Okay, so what are we doing here? We are calculating the portion of the loan that was paid off. How much is the loan? 1 million rands. Okay, and what is the actual capital? What does that mean? It means the original capital of the loan. Okay, and how can we now calculate the amount that went into the payment of actual capital? We don't know from this amount how much is taken or what percentage goes towards the payment of actual capital. If we knew, we take that and then multiply it by 60. Okay, however, we don't know, but we know that the actual capital of the loan is 1 million rands. Okay, and we also know from the previous lesson that our outstanding balance is 932,724 and 1 cents. Okay, and this is at the end of 5 years. Okay, the question is now asking you, calculate how much of the actual capital was paid off at the end of 5 years. We know that the person still owes this much. This is the outstanding balance at the end of 5 years. Okay, and the actual capital of the loan is 1 million rands. Okay, so the difference of the two gives you what was paid off from the actual capital. Okay, so AC, or actual capital paid off, it is, yes, the original value of the loan, okay, minus the outstanding balance, 932,724 rands and 1 cent. And this gives us what? You can confirm it in our calculators. It gives us 275 rands and 99 cents. Okay, so if you compare this amount to what we have just calculated, this amount is in that. Okay, so 67,275,099 cents, okay, is included in that amount paid after 5 years, okay, towards the settlement of the loan. So what is this telling us? A large portion of this is actually towards interest, and a small portion is actually towards the settlement, the payment of towards the actual capital of the loan. Okay, so if this represents the actual capital, so the next natural question then to ask is to find out how much money went towards payment of what? Interest now, which is actually the next question that I ask. How much money has been paid at the end of 5 years towards interest? That is question E. Okay, so how can we get the interest paid at the end of 5 years? Okay, we know that this includes actual capital paid and also the interest paid. Okay, however, this is what's in there. Okay, so how can we get the interest? Okay, we take the actual capital plus the interest, which is this figure, we minus the actual capital paid. What is our time period? At the end of 5 years. We can see that that and that cancels, and you're left with the interest that has been paid. I just found it, to be important to split the number like that for you to see why we do this calculation in this way. Okay, so what is represented by this sum? It is this figure right here. So it is 503,517 and 60 cents minus the actual capital that was paid, yes, at the end of 5 years is 67,275 and 99. Okay, doing that calculation gives us what? Let's confirm. 503,517 and 60 cents minus 67,275 and 99. We arrive at 436,241 rands and 61 cents. Okay, grade 12s, this is the last part of the series on finance, and I believe this has been helpful, from part 1, part 2, and in this lesson, part 3. What did we learn? We learned how to use the monthly payments to calculate the total paid after a certain period of time. We learned how to calculate the actual capital that has been paid off. Okay, we make use of the actual capital of the loan, which is the original value of the loan that was granted as per agreement. And the split here is important to see. And I think this is simplifying it for us to write it in this way: the actual capital plus interest, okay, at the end of 5 years. That was the amount that we got there, minus the actual capital that was, paid at the end of 5 years, which is that, and that just gives you the interest, because that just becomes the remaining term or factor there, the AC and the AC cancels. All right. So here we go, guys. We are done, and I want to thank you for tuning in and sticking with maths and choosing maths. And definitely the future is bright for you. Keep working hard, do more of this type of exercises so that you can master this topic. All right, just like others. All right. See you next time. Sharp, sharp.